Imagine this. You're sitting in first class, sipping champagne, ready to enjoy a luxurious flight to your dream destination. The cabin is quiet, the seats are plush, and everything feels perfect, until one moment changes everything. A loud slap echoes through the cabin. Heads turn. Gasps fill the air. A flight attendant has just slapped a passenger. But this isn't just any passenger. This is a black billionaire couple, known for their philanthropy, their business empire, and their unshakable grace. What could have possibly led to this shocking moment? And why, just 5 minutes later, does the billionaire leave everyone on the plane in utter disbelief? This is a story about power, prejudice, and the unexpected twists that can unfold at 30,000 feet. Buckle up, because what happens next will leave you on the edge of your seat. The couple at the center of this drama is none other than Marcus and Naomi Carter. If you haven't heard of them, you're about to. Marcus is a self-made tech mogul who revolutionized the industry with his groundbreaking innovations. Naomi, a former lawyer-turned-fashion mogul, is equally impressive, with a brand that's become synonymous with elegance and empowerment. Together, they're a power couple in every sense of the word, wealthy, influential, and deeply committed to giving back to their community. But today, their status and success won't shield them from what's about to happen. In fact, it might just make things worse. The flight attendant, whose name we'll come to know as Linda, has been working for the airline for over a decade. She's known for her efficiency and no-nonsense attitude, but today, something is off. Maybe it's the stress of a long shift, or perhaps it's something deeper, a personal bias she's carried for years. Whatever it is, it's about to boil over in the most public and dramatic way possible. The Carters, seated in their first-class pods, are the picture of calm. Marcus is typing away on his laptop, while Naomi flips through a magazine. They're used to the stares, the whispers, the occasional rude comment. But nothing could have prepared them for what happens next. It starts with a simple request. Naomi asks for a glass of water. Linda, already visibly irritated, responds with a curt tone. Marcus, ever the diplomat, tries to diffuse the situation with a polite smile. But Linda isn't having it. Her words grow sharper, her tone more hostile. The other passengers begin to notice, their quiet murmurs filling the cabin. And then, in a moment that feels like it happens in slow motion, Linda's hand flies through the air. The sound of the slap is deafening. Naomi's hand flies to her cheek, her eyes wide with shock. Marcus is on his feet in an instant, his voice calm but firm as he demands an explanation. But Linda doesn't back down. Instead, she doubles down, her words dripping with venom. The cabin is in chaos. Passengers are whispering, some recording on their phones, others too stunned to move. The flight crew rushes to the scene, but it's too late. The damage is done. Marcus, usually the picture of composure, looks like he's about to explode. But then, something unexpected happens. He takes a deep breath, leans in, and says something to Linda that makes her go pale. The other passengers lean in, trying to catch his words, but they're too quiet. Whatever he says, it's enough to make Linda step back, her bravado crumbling. And then Marcus does something no one sees coming. He turns to Naomi, whispers something in her ear, and together they walk off the plane. Just like that. No argument. No scene, just silence. But here's the thing. The plane hasn't even taken off yet. The doors are still open, the passengers still boarding. What could possibly make a billionaire couple abandon their flight in the middle of such a public incident? And what did Marcus say to Linda that left her so shaken? As the crew scrambles to figure out what to do next, one thing becomes clear. This story is far from over. The Carters may have left the plane, but their actions in the next 5 minutes will leave everyone on board, and eventually the world, in complete and utter shock. What happens next will challenge everything we think we know about power, privilege, and the lengths people will go to when pushed too far. Stay tuned, because this story is about to take a turn you won't believe. As the Carters step off the plane, the cabin erupts into a frenzy of whispers and speculation. Passengers crane their necks to catch a glimpse of the couple disappearing. Down the jet bridge, their faces a mix of confusion and curiosity. What could have possibly driven them to walk away like that? And what did Marcus say to Linda that made her go from defiant to visibly shaken? The questions hang in the air, unanswered, as the flight crew tries to regain control of the situation. Linda, now pale and trembling, is escorted to the back of the plane by a senior flight attendant. Her earlier bravado is gone, replaced by a look of sheer panic. Whatever just happened, it's clear that this isn't just another day at work for her. Meanwhile, Marcus and Naomi move swiftly through the terminal, their expressions unreadable. They don't stop to explain themselves to anyone, not the gate agents, not the curious onlookers, not even the airline staff who try to intervene. They're on a mission, and it's clear that every second counts. Marcus pulls out his phone, his fingers flying across the screen as he sends a series of urgent messages. Naomi, ever the picture of poise, keeps pace beside him, her eyes focused straight ahead. But if you look closely, you can see the tension in her jaw, the way her hands clench and unclench at her sides. This isn't just about the slap. Something much bigger is at play here. To understand why this moment is so explosive, we need to rewind a bit. Marcus and Naomi Carter aren't just any wealthy couple. They're trailblazers, icons in their respective fields, and symbols of success against all odds. Marcus grew up in a rough neighborhood where opportunities were scarce, and the odds were stacked against him. But he had a vision, a dream of creating something that would change the world. Through sheer determination and countless sleepless nights, he built a tech empire from the ground up. His company, Carter Innovations, is now a household name, known for its cutting-edge technology and commitment to social impact. Naomi, on the other hand, came from a family of lawyers and activists. She was expected to follow in their footsteps, and she did, for a while. But her true passion lay in fashion, and she eventually left her law career to start her own luxury brand, one that celebrates diversity and empowers women of all backgrounds. Together, they're a force to be reckoned with, using their platform to advocate for equality and justice. But with great success comes great scrutiny. The Carters are no strangers to controversy. They've been criticized for their wealth, accused of being out of touch, and targeted by those who resent their success. They've also faced their fair share of discrimination, both subtle and overt. Marcus has spoken openly about the challenges of being a black man in the tech world, where he's often underestimated or overlooked. Naomi has shared her own experiences of being judged for her skin tone, her hair, even her choice of clothing. Despite it all, they've remained steadfast in their commitment to making a difference. But today, it seems, the weight of it all has finally caught up to them. Back on the plane, the atmosphere is tense. Passengers are buzzing with theories, each more dramatic than the last. Some speculate that the Carters are planning to sue the airline. Others wonder if this is part of some larger publicity stunt. A few even suggest that Marcus and Naomi might have orchestrated the entire incident to make a statement about racial injustice. But the truth is far more complicated and far more personal. What most people don't know is that this flight wasn't just a routine trip for the Carters. They were on their way to a high-profile charity gala, one that they've been planning for months. The event, which aims to raise millions for underprivileged communities, is a cornerstone of their philanthropic efforts. Walking away from it isn't just an inconvenience, it's a potential disaster. As Marcus and Naomi make their way to the airport's private lounge, They're met by a small team of advisors and security personnel. The room is abuzz with activity, everyone talking over each other as they try to make sense of the situation. Marcus holds up a hand, silencing the room. "We need to act fast," he says, his voice calm but firm. "This isn't just about us anymore. It's about everyone who's ever been treated unfairly because of who they are." Naomi nods in agreement, her eyes blazing with determination. "We have a platform," she adds, "and we're going to use it." What happens next is a flurry of activity. Marcus and Naomi's team springs into action, making calls, drafting statements, and coordinating with their network of allies. It's clear that they're not just reacting to what happened. They're planning something big. But what? And how will it affect the people on that plane, the airline, and the world at large? The tension is palpable, the stakes higher than ever. And as the minutes tick by, one thing becomes clear. This story is far from over.